Rob, despite the circumstances, you must be pleased with that.
Yeah, of course. It was, that's bottom line, it was a good day for us. It was after Monday and the disappointment of the result. It was important that the supporters, who were brilliant, saw a team that was fighting for them, for the fans, for the badge, for the club, a team that was cohesive, organised and everything else, and they saw all that. With 11 men, I thought we were really good and looked quick and dynamic, created big chances and should have been 1 or 2 up, there's no doubt about that. And then when we went down to 10, showed a different side to ourselves that they needed to see, the lads needed to feel as well, to keep that rapport with our fans, because that's going to be important this year. I understand there was anger and disappointment the other day after the game. It's a really disappointing result. There's reasons, it's difficult circumstances. We've had a relegation, we're dealing with a lot, we're getting a lot of people back, we're working to get people in. No excuses, we got stuff wrong on the night. But I think the stuff that we got wrong, we showed that we'd learned and took it on today. So from a defensive point of view, our covering positions were brilliant. I thought that back unit were outstanding today, and I'm not going to pick out any individuals, but they were really good. And then we looked fast, dynamic, quick when we had the opportunity to go and attack them as well, especially with 11 players, and created the biggest chances. So yeah, a good day. You know, on another day I think we should have won the game as well, but we didn't. We take something from it, and we're off and running now with a good performance.
You mentioned how happy you were when we had 11 men. When a situation like that happens with Kalinski, as a manager, what do you have to do and what do you have to change to accommodate to that?
Well, there's obviously loads. You've got to make a substitution, so it's difficult to bring the captain off. But Carlton's fine, understands, and we feel it was the right decision at that moment. We wanted to be able to keep Eli, who can work really well between sort of almost 3 people, and 2 centre backs who were split wide. Deep midfield players as well, and Eli had to sort of give us a bit of hold up and a lot of running. We could then go 4-4-1 and Chio out wide one side to keep help and protect Ruel when he needed to double up, and the same with Chong in the opposite side. Then it was about, we're not going to be able to press, we're not going to be able to be aggressive, but now it's about closing spaces, shifting and moving and all that stuff, the covering and those positions and moving with the ball that we didn't do well on Monday night, we did very well today. So credit to Shazy, first of all, coming on in difficult circumstances, and all the subs, with all the players, everyone who performed, and even the lads that didn't, because I know there's frustration, people want to play, they want to get on, they want to affect it. It's hard, I'd love to be able to play everyone, but you can't. I have to talk about the sending off. I think it's mental. I do. I think I'm asking them to play a certain way, and I'm asking Tedden to wait on the ball to have a look and assess what they're doing. We want to try and build and try and make 2 or 3 short passes to then bring them onto us so that we can get behind them, and then go and speed the game up. We saw some really good examples of that earlier in the game. We're not wasting time. I'm not trying to waste time. Why would I do that in the first half? And if you're going to book anyone, then I don't know why they don't book Tedden. Tedden's the one who's waiting on the ball. I'm asking him to, by the way. Crazy. So, and then obviously, the second one I'm not complaining about, but then we're having to shuffle it about, and becomes a really difficult or a different afternoon for us. But yeah, good, gives the lads some belief. Good performance coming away from home. This place, like a little bit like Kenilworth Road, there was a lot spoken about it, and the atmosphere it was going to create, and I think we quietened it well. Loads of really good performances. So overall, a good start. Lots of work to continue to do. People to come back. Amari was great when I know so I wasn't going to pick off individuals, but considering he's been out for so long as well, big plus. Was never going to be able to get through a full game, but really appreciate how hard he pushed and how long he went into the game. So overall, yeah.
And we'll start with 11 again on next week on Saturday, of course. So, how important is it to build on what you built as 11 on the pitch today, but also when you were defending with 10? Yeah,
exactly. Roll all of that into us with 11 people, and that's what I said in the dressing room there. Like I said the other day, my job is to not try and get too carried away after we lose a game. We got things wrong the other night, not hiding away from that, but it was things that are able to be rectified, and I think the lads have showed some intelligence and put that into practice within a few days. The job of a coach or a manager is to keep repeating, repetition, and what can sometimes frustrate us is you work on one thing and then all of a sudden that's forgotten about there, and no, we've got to put it all together. today, in and out of possession, was all there for us.